Hello guys, this lecture is on continuation of the earlier video. So like I said earlier, this was supposed to be your slip torque characteristics or torque slip characteristics, and actually we in practice or in practical we don't find such things. The reason why is because uh, addition of harmonics to the fundamental waveform, and that too fifth as well as seventh harmonic, and we came to know that fifth harmonic is the harmonic which flows in the opposite direction of the rotation of the fundamental waveform, and seventh harmonic is that which flows or rotates in the direction of the fundamental waveform. Okay, so what happens, these two harmonics get added to the fundamental waveform, and thus the fundamental the resultant waveform will be not this. Okay, this will be not in practice. Okay, we shall see how it looks by this speed torque characteristic or slip torque characteristics. And we know that here torque is on y-axis, slip is on x-axis. You can see when slip is equal to 0, in that case what happens, the actual speed of the motor will be equal to synchronous speed, and in this condition what happens, here slip is equal to 1 and the speed will be equal to 0. This you all know, yes or not? And again we know that we have divided this speed torque or slip torque characteristics into three regions. One is from this point to this point. This region is called as motoring region, which you studied in earlier class, motoring region. Again from this point to this point, it is what, it's called as braking region. Okay, and again from this point to whatever, depending upon the waveform and all, this from this point it is all called as what, generating region. Okay, your motor will operate one of these three region. Since we are concerned with motoring region, so we shall only consider this particular part, motoring region. Okay, now coming to the fifth harmonic, like I said, it rotates opposite in the direction of the fundamental waveform, so it is drawn. You can see this is the fifth harmonic, which is similar to that of your main fundamental waveform. So this is your fifth harmonic. Okay, only just you can consider from here to here, it will be stretched to your motoring region as well. Okay, so consider only this thing. Okay, so this is your fifth harmonic, which is present in the braking region. Braking region means, always remember, it is opposite to the direction of the rotation of the motor, yes or not? So that is why the reason we are drawing fifth harmonic in the braking region. Now coming to the seventh harmonic, you can see this is your seventh harmonic, and this we have drawn in the direction of the fundamental wave, yes or not? It is in the motoring region. Okay, motoring region in sense what, the seventh harmonic as well as the actual rotation of the motor will be in the same direction. You can see this is the seventh harmonic which you have drawn in the motoring region part. Okay, so these two harmonics will get added to this main fundamental wave which we are supposed to get. Okay, till here to here, this is what we supposed to get, but actually we have two waveforms here. One is fifth harmonic, other one is seventh harmonic. Both will, this seventh as well as fifth will get added to this. So this, whatever you are going to see right here, thick line, the thick line is your resultant waveform of slip torque characteristics. See, so whatever is there, right, it is your resultant waveform. Here it is not on thick, but should be thick here, so make sure you draw thick here. Okay, so this is the resultant waveform after adding fifth as well as seventh harmonic to the fundamental harmonic or fundamental wave. Okay, hope you understood this. Fifth and seventh get added, and this is the resultant. Now you can see here the dotted line I have drawn here. Okay, this is the dotted line which I have drawn, is nothing but what, this is the required torque or load torque. So let us say you have connected certain load to your motor. Again, load torque is somewhat like this, in this direction. Okay, this dot, same, the torque as well as load torque will be almost the same, parallel in nature. Okay, initially, and you can see that starting torque. Okay, after getting addition of fifth and seventh harmonic, here actually the motor starts, yes or not? Motor starts at what, when slip is equal to 1, n is equal to 0. So you can see the starting torque is greater than load torque. TL is over here, starting TL is over, but starting torque is greater than that, yes or not? We can see the distance between this and this, and from this and this. So starting torque is greater than the load torque, then obviously motor rotates, yes or not? The motor rotates. You can see motor starts to rotate and it reaches to this stable region. From this point to this point, it is called as stable region. Okay. Now, from this point to this point, you can see that torque is getting increased. Yes or not? From this point to this point, you can see exponentially torque is getting decreased. Again, but speed and all, it is less. Yes or not? Speed and all, it is less. True or not? From year to year, you can see. But when compared to that of speed, because speed is on x-axis, torque is on y-axis. When compared, you can say torque is increasing more, speed is increasing, but it is less. Okay. But from this point to this point, you can see torque is decreasing. Yes or not? So here you can see from this point to this point, it is what happening? Torque is decreasing, but speed is increasing when compared. Yes or not? Speed is increasing when compared from this point to this point. So this is what the characteristics from this point to this point as well as this point to this point. And now you can see at this particular point, my actual torque as well as load torque are coinciding each other. Okay, they are cutting each other, this particular point, and this particular point is called as what? Operating point or stable point. And this point to this point is stable region, and this point is called as what? Operating point or stable point. So now my motor will be in this point itself. So at this particular point, what happens? My motor will start to rotate. Okay, actually the motor should somewhat start to rotate at this particular point, which is equal to the, nearly equal to the synchronous speed. Yes or not? You can see, if n is equal to ns means here it will be around, n will be less than like 14, say if the ns is 1500 means n will be around 1480, 1490 like this, or 1450 if I consider this particular point. Yes or not? Actually I supposed to want this, but due to the 7th harmonic and all, what is happening? The motor is not going again at this particular region. It is not, the 7th harmonic is not letting my motor to run at this particular speed, that is nearly close to the synchronous speed. Instead of that, it is restricting my motor to rotate at this particular point. At this particular point, if you see, means the speed will be what? Ns by 7. Okay, the speed will be what? Ns by 7. Okay. So let Ns be 25 rotations per second. Okay, so Ns be 25 per second for 4-pole machine as well as 50 hertz operating your induction motor. If I substitute in the formula, I will be getting what? 25 RPS. So if rotation per second is 25, then just think what would be the value if 7th harmonic gets added. Okay, 25 by 7 will be, it will be around 3.57. Okay, so just so my machine rotates at 3.57 rotations per second if 7th harmonic gets added. Okay, here. So that motor will, my motor will reach at that particular point only. This, so it will be sticking to this. So this is my actually the rotation of the speed. And now what happens if I proceed next? Okay, you can see from this particular point, you can see it is going under which region? Yes, it is generating region. So we shall not be bothered about this and all. So just go with the only motoring region from this point to this point. Okay, so at this particular point, you can see it is going to the generating region. As we are crawling, we are considering only with respect to motoring as per this topic. So let us not bother about the generating as well as braking region as well. So 5th harmonic we are not considering. If you won't consider, you can see it is affecting only during what? Your braking region. Okay, whenever you brake and all. So in that case, what happens? 5th harmonic gets introduced. 7th harmonics will get introduced when your motor is running in the motoring region. Okay, and again if you are going to generating region, means the same 7th harmonic will affect here in the negative side. Okay, so this causes what happen? This causes your motor to crawl, means crawl lesser than the rated speed of the given motor, means the motor will be at this particular point. And also you can see that slip value also it is being given. Here slip value will be very less. You can see not very less, it will be high little bit. Okay, it will be high. Slip value will be 0.85. Okay, this is a value authors have written here. So here it will be value will be 6.7, that it will be 0.85. So your slip value gets affected by this. So it will be 0.85, approximately equal to 1. Yes or not? So slip value is very high. So here motor draws high current. Yes or not? Motor draws high current in order to supply the torque and all. So due to absorbing of or taking more current, what happens, the power factor as well as your motor will get heated up. Again, if this proceeds, and surely the motor performance will be severely affected. The power factor will be also very less here. Okay, hope you understood this. Okay, now let us see what is cogging, and this is also part of harmonic behavior. And again, this cogging as well as crawling, remember, cogging as well as crawling, it is with respect to squirrel cage induction motor and not with slip ring induction motor, as we have variable resistance in the slip ring induction motor. So crawling and cogging effect will be not seen there. So but here what happens, the squirrel cage induction motor, we have no such options. So the cogging as well as crawling effect are seen with respect to squirrel cage induction motor. So cogging is what actually? Cogging is a magnetic locking between rotor slots as well as stator slots, or in other words, you can say it is a strong force of attraction between rotor slots as well as stator slots. So that's why the motor will not even start itself. At least your motor started in crawling topic, but here the motor will not start itself. The motor will simply hum, okay, with vibration as well as noise. So such effect is called as cogging. Okay, so just remember, cogging in sense nothing but the motor will never start. Motor will be at the standstill even after turning the motor. Now let us see why is the cogging is caused here. So cogging is caused mainly due to having same number of slots in both stator as well as rotor. If we have same number of slots in stator as well as rotor, then what happens, there will be strong force of attraction between those two slots, that is between rotor and stator. So what happens, due to a strong magnetic force of attraction, it will not let the motor to rotate. Okay, so here by applying Fourier series and all, we have come to the formula here. You can see 2s1 by p plus or minus 1, where 2s1 by p plus 1 will be used when your harmonic is rotating in the direction of the fundamental waveform. If I am going to use 2s1 by p minus 1, if my harmonic is rotating in the anti-clockwise direction, that is opposite to the direction of the fundamental waveform. Okay, so you can see after applying, if I am taking an example here, p is equal to 4 as well as number of slots equal to 24 in both your rotor as well as stator. The same formula is there. So what happens, after applying, your number of slots is 24 as well as p is equal to 4, you can see you'll find the answer as 11 or 13. If I apply plus, you'll be getting 13. If I subtract minus means, I'll be getting what, 11. So 11th harmonic is always a backward, that's what I told you, backward rotating field or backward torque you can call. And 13th harmonic is always produced during forward, means it will aid, this will aid and this will oppose. Okay, this will be in the backward and this will be in the forward direction as that of your fundamental waveform. Where S1 and S2 are what? S1 and S2 are your slots of your rotor as well as stator as well as rotor respectively. Let S1 be the stator slots and S2 be the rotor slots, and we are assuming what, rotor and stator has same number of slots. Okay, and the same number of slots means the poles as will be same. So what happens there, after substituting the value and all, we'll be getting 11 or 13, and we came to know that 11th is opposing the direction of the rotation of the rotor, whereas 13th is helping or aiding the direction of the rotation of the rotor. So the stator slots as well as rotor slots produces tooth harmonics. Okay, remember those two will cause the tooth harmonics. Okay, and again you can see here the two harmonic fields. So let us take example of your 11th harmonic here. Okay, 11th harmonic, that is in the backward direction. So harmonic field, that is 11th harmonic produced in the stator as well as rotor, will make what, the motor to be stationary. And again, this is the condition. You can see the resultant, that is rotor speed will be here 0. This is the condition. If this condition if it follows, then what happens, your rotor speed will be 0. Okay, so what happens, the two harmonic fields of same order, that is 11th harmonic, will be stationary with respect to each other only when this condition is followed. In that case, what happens, NR will be equal to 0. And here minus sign we are using for what, to show that this particular rotor will particular harmonic is opposite to the direction of the fundamental waveform. Okay,